હાર્દિક પંડ્યા આપણો ગુજરાતી ભાઈ કંઈક સારું કરી આવે હે કંઈ સારું કરે તો જલેબી ફાફડા ખાવાના મજા આવે.
Hopefully he does
જેઠાલાલ
well, man. Hopefully.
જેઠાલાલ તો ભાઈ ફૂલ સपोर्ट में गुजरात लायंस के. Hello and welcome back to SillyPointt. Today we'll be covering the other new IPL team. So welcoming the Gujarat Titans. કેમ છો મજામાં છો બધા? So Gujarat coming in for the first time, and very popular player from Mumbai Indians has been chosen as the captain under retention. Very expensive, and again another guy from Afghanistan, again very expensive, Rashid Khan. तो भाई ये दोनों के पीछे 30 करोड़ उड़ा दिए भाई. 33% ऑफ योर बजट बिहाइंड दीज टू प्लेयर्स. तो ये टीम के जो रिटेंशंस थे ना, दे वर वन ऑफ द मोस्ट एक्सपेंसिव रिटेंशंस, बिकॉज उन्होंने 3 प्लेयर लिए, 3 प्लेयर के पीछे 38 करोड़ उड़ाए. 15 हार्दिक और राशिद खान, और 8 करोड़ फॉर शुभमन गिल. ये 3 हो गए इनके रिटेंशन. काफी स्ट्रेंज था एक तरीके से कि शुभमन गिल को उठाया बिकॉज पूल में काफी लोग थे, और बट अभी ठीक है, इट इज व्हाट इट इज. ले लिया तो ले लिया, अभी वापस नहीं जा सकते. पूरा ऑप्शन हो गया. ये लोग ने कुछ अच्छे प्लेयर्स उठाए, बट ओवरऑल काफी इनएक्सपीरियंस स्क्वाड लग रही है. शुरुआत करते हैं वैसे. रजत, डू यू वांट टू स्टार्ट विद द बैट्समैन?
As you said, Shubman Gill was retained, and I was very surprised why they chose Shubman Gill, because Ishan Kishan was available.
हाँ.
And Ishan Kishan gives you batting as well as wicket keeping, and his also on age is also is on his side. Like Gill also has age on his side, but Kishan gives you a complete package. So I think I was a bit surprised, but Shubman Gill nevertheless a really good batsman. I won't say he's a great T20 batsman, but he can give you good starts, and he can play through the innings. So yeah, so Shubman Gill, he opens the batting for them. And as we go forward, the news coming in was that Jason Roy, who was initially picked, has opted out of the IPL due to some mental health issues, or you can say, yeah, that is what he gave. And to all the viewers, I think it is high time we also take mental health a bit seriously. Even Ben Stokes was out of cricket for around a year and a half because of mental health issues. So yes, so it is what it is. So on his place they have Rahmanullah Gurbaz, the Afghani guy, the second Afghani guy as of now. First was Rashid, obviously the retention. Now this guy. So he has done wonders in, I think, T20 circuit across the globe. He has played for many franchises, and he has delivered. So good pick, and I think he will be a player to watch out for this season. Then, if you go into that batting order, you won't. David Miller is actually there. David Miller, a really good batsman, a great finisher, and he can win you games. He is there, but recently we haven't seen the David Miller of old. So that is a concern. But other than this, if you see their betting in the overseas department, they just have Matthew Wade. So now he won Australia the semi-final, and all those sixes to Shaheen Afridi. Well done. But I don't know how he will perform in the IPL. He is unproven in the IPL, and even I am a bit confused what his best slot is as a batsman. So let's see how they go ahead. But he can, he can finish the innings. He has showed it for Australia that he can finish the innings. So hopefully he will do the same for them. Now coming to the Indian contingent. Now this is where this team, I would go as far as to say, lacks severely. Severely in the sense they actually don't have, an established Indian batsman. If you go through that list, they have Abhinav Sadarangani, they have Riddhiman Saha, they have Gurkirat Singh, and they have Sudarshan. Now, if you listen to these names, these are not the names which win you matches. They might be good players, and they are good players. Obviously, they are good players, but I don't know how exactly that batting lineup could be. But Ruddhiman Shah being there adds the experience. He gives you that experience. He was part of, I think, SRH's title winning team.
Hmm.
Yes, so he is there and he gives you that experience. He gives you that winner mentality also. But other than that, if you go through that list, there is absolutely no one, not a single renowned name that can hold the innings together in the middle, or that can be explosive. So yeah, I think that is it with the batters. So most of it depends on Shubman Gill and David Miller how they perform. If Shubman Gill and David Miller performs, they have a very good chance. Also, the Afghani guy, if he performs, who knows? He can be the surprise package of this IPL. So yeah, that's it with the batting. I guess we can move to the all rounders where they seem to have done pretty well. But yeah, you can take over.
Yes. So just like the other new team, even this team has banged more on the all-rounder section. Even Lucknow had a lot of all-rounders, but the key difference here is that all-rounder section was experienced and it had core Indian all-rounders who have represented India or any other IPL team and performed well. So this team, on the other hand, has Hardik Pandya, of course. Of course, no credits taken from this guy. But recently, if you see his performances, he hasn't even appeared anywhere. Like it, last time I saw him was in the IPL. After that, I haven't seen him play cricket at international level for sure. So that's
No, he
been a long
hasn't
while.
played. He
Yeah,
hasn't
that's
played.
been a long while. Um, Except for him, we have Rashid Khan. No words for this guy. Beautiful, amazing, brilliant. Okay, done. And then next guy is Vijay Shankar. We gave you the example of Niada's trophy if you remember recently. So this guy also has good memories in positive and negative ways. So we'll have to see how he performs. Uh, so Vijay Shankar, of course, and then we have Dominic Drakes from West Indies. He is a very good aspect, but given the limitations of only four overseas players, we need to see if he would be able to make into the 11. If he does, a good aspect, of course. Then we have Rahul Tewatia. I am sure this guy would be in the 11 because he has done well for the Rajasthan Royals. I'm still wondering why they didn't pick him back because he hit five sixes of Sheldon Cottrell. And yeah, anyway, but a good all rounder definitely. He can give you overs in the power play as well. That's a big plus, very big plus. And then he can give you runs down the order. Then they have Jayant Yadav, again a guy from Mumbai Indians. There was a thing with this guy. Whenever Mumbai Indians played against Delhi Capitals, they would play
He's
Jayant Yadav, and Jayant Yadav would take three wickets, and that was a trend. So other than that, there
Dhawan
was
being one of them. Dhawan being one of them.
the one being one of them for most part. So that's a good start, but let's see how he performs in this squad and if he gets into the 11 or not. Then the third Afghani guy, like only eight overseas players are allowed. You have the likes of New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, England, West Indies, and you pick up three players from Afghanistan. So that tells you a lot about the Afghanistan cricket and their progress recently. This guy Noor Ahmed, again an all-rounder, performs well, and he's just 19 right now. Okay, he's too young,
No,
but
he's 17 right now.
he's 17.
Yes,
My God.
25, 2005 born, 17 years old.
2005 born. Oh my God. So he's just 17 right now and he has an IPL contract. What are we doing, Rajat? What are we doing? We've
And
got nothing,
when
bro.
we, no, it's better we don't compare ages. It's better.
Okay, age is just a number, okay?
It is
We are
just
doing
a
very
number.
well.
Yes, yes. Praveen Tambe played when he was 41. That's my inspiration.
Yep. Why not? So, yes, fair play. And Noor Ahmed, a good aspect, but again, it's very difficult for him to make into the 11 because only four overseas players are allowed. Let's see what's the 11 got and what Rajat has got, but at a later time. And then they have these two people who we might have heard of, like Pradeep Sangwan. Yes, I have heard this name before, but haven't seen him play for quite a long time now. But they have invested in him, so the management and the captain would have seen something. He might be difficult to make it into the 11, but anyway. Then the other guy is Darshan Nalkande, again an all-rounder. So a lot of all-rounders. To be precise, there are 9 all-rounders in the team, and some of them are really good. So those people would make it to the 11, but the others can be considered good backups for now. Uh, Going forward to the bowlers, Rajat, do you want to take over?
Yes. Like also to complete on the all-rounder section, in this team, what we are seeing is in the Lucknow team, all those all-rounders, as you said, were all worthy of a starting place in the 11. But here, what we are seeing is there are two, three guys who are top class,
Hmm.
and others you actually won't pick them in your team on a given day if it is you're picking the strongest 11. So that
Yes.
is difference. Even though they have nine, we don't know how they are going to perform. So yeah, so going to the bowlers now. This is the one department which they have they are actually looking good in. They have got raw pace from their foreign buys, that is of Alzari Joseph, as well as they have got Loki Ferguson. Alzari Joseph and Loki Ferguson currently, I think, one of the great bowlers. No, I won't say great, but one of the best bowlers going around, both in the T20 circuit as well as the overall international cricket.
Hmm.
Loki Ferguson gives you pace. He can bounce out batsmen. He has a lethal Yorker, and Alzari Joseph is a very good cricketer. He is obviously scouted by Mumbai Indians again in that season where he took something six, right?
Six
Six
wickets for
wickets.
12
Yes,
runs.
yes, yes,
Six
yes.
wickets, 12 runs.
Yes.
The
So
best,
again, best
actually, it's the
IPL
best,
bowling.
best performance in IPL, best bowling
Yes,
figures in
yes,
IPL till
exactly.
now.
And after that, he has evolved a lot. He has evolved a lot after that. Like for West Indies, he has given not in the limited overs format. I mean, in the T20s, but in Test and ODIs, he has given remarkable performances.
Hmm.
And then obviously we have our very own Mohammad Shami. So that is your death bowling sorted for you. He will give you 2 overs in the death. So, and Shami has a tendency of picking up wickets. You give him the ball anytime, he will at least give you a wicket for sure. So that is what he has developed. I won't say developed a skill, but he has that knack of picking up wickets. Our Sai Kishore over here, he's a very very highly rated in the domestic circuit.
Hmm.
He's a when we talk about one of the many of those players coming up from domestic circuit. This guy, our Sai Kishore, he is considered like he can also break into the Indian team. So he is a really good buy for them. Then they have got Yash Dayal and Varun Aaron. So Varun Aaron, talking about him, I when Varun Aaron broke onto the scene, I was like, okay, India has a bowler who clicks 140 constantly,
Regularly. Yeah.
regularly with ease. Okay, and I was looking. I remember watching him in Australia. I think 2015 tour or something, and he got that David Warner on a no ball.
Hmm.
I remember that, and after that, David Warner thrashed. एंड उसके बाद से वो कभी टीम में आ ही नहीं पाए. सैड
It's
स्टोरी
always,
बट
huh. It's always difficult to make into the 11 of Team India, of course, because you are competing
यस
1 billion people at any given point to make it into that one spot.
यस
So,
सो दैट इज व्हाट लाइक if you have that opportunity you have to grab it with both hands. You have to grab it with both hands, which is I think going a bit off topic. Venkatesh Iyer is doing really well. So yeah, so coming back to the current team, Varun Aaron, who knows what he has got in his bag. He can have a season where he picks up 20 wickets. Anything can happen.
could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, IPL
And
है boss.
ये या आईपीएल जो इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में नहीं होता है वो यहाँ पे पक्का होगा.
Yes. Expect
जो
the
इंटर
unexpected.
एग्जैक्टली जो इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में नंबर वन बॉलर है वो यहाँ पे अनसोल्ड जाता है. और 17 साल के बच्चे, 17 साल के लिटरली बच्चे टीम में सिलेक्टेड होते हैं. नहीं
भाई
नहीं
एज की
हम.
बात नहीं करेंगे यार,
हाँ
एज की
वो
बात
तो
नहीं करेंगे
यार.
ना, बुरा लगता है, भूल मत जा तू,
यस यस. यंग
रुलाएगा.
टैलेंट्स. यंग टैलेंट्स.
Young talent,
Young
yes.
talents.
I like it.
Young talents. Yes. I think Afridi still qualifies for that.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, that's it with the bowlers, I guess. They
Ah,
have got really good pace attack. Lack
hmm.
a bit of. I think they are banking on Rashid Khan for the spin.
Rashid
So
Khan, but Rashid Khan has been so regular in international cricket now that people can play him out. Like his 4 overs gone for 20 runs is like scoring 50 runs, to be honest. Because staying not out in his overs will give you more runs from the other bowlers towards the end. So that's a
absolutely right.
game how you play, and if you can do it very well, Rashid Khan is not
Rashid
a
Khan.
big threat
Rashid
anymore.
Khan's 4 overs. If you can, score even 18 of those 4 overs without giving him a wicket, that's a win for the opposition.
Exactly.
That's a win for the opposition. And most of the teams are doing that. Most of the
Hmm.
teams are actually doing that. They play out Rashid Khan. They consider it as okay, fine. If we get on a very good day, they will get say 30 runs from his 4 overs,
Wow.
and and on a very bad day for the batsman, if they say okay, even if we can get about 18 or even 15 runs from his four
That's enough.
without giving him a wicket, it's
Hmm.
enough. So yeah, it's very difficult bowler to pick, and as you said, recently many teams are going with this approach, and most of them have even they are reading his googlies now.
Hmm.
When he broke into the scene, many of the people were not able to pick his googlies, but now with all the technology and all the camera angles, it's very getting very easy to not, I would say
Yes.
easy, but a bit like it's getting a bit easier
No.
in
No, it's
comparative to
easy
the
to,
olden
yeah.
times.
If you
Yes,
can repeatedly watch in the cameras that what his action is like when he bowls this particular ball or when he bowls his regular ball, it is like predictable in a way. So that makes it easier. But anyway, let's move on. Time for the top four overseas players in your squad, bro.
this is a difficult one. So I think I will go with Gurbaz as an opener. They
Mm-hmm.
have brought him as a replacement of Jason Roy, so I think he makes it to the 11.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle order, I'll go in with David Miller. That is a no-brainer. Rashid Khan, obviously, and the fourth one would be one of Alzari Joseph or Anderson.
Loki Ferguson.
Sorry, not Anderson. Loki Ferguson. So one of
No.
Loki Ferguson. Yeah, one of Alzari Joseph or Loki Ferguson. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mine might be a little different from yours, maybe. I would want to open with Matthew Wade and Shubman Gill. That gives me left hand, right hand combination and uses one of my overseas player. Um, and I'm not sure if I'm using Gurbaz yet, but let's see. Okay, so my first player is that. My second is Rashid Khan, of course. Third is Loki Ferguson for sure. And now, depending on what my Indian players look like, I will choose the fourth one. I'm still not sure yet, so I'll only go with three for now.
I think
And fourth one,
looking at the middle order, you need someone there.
yeah, most likely David Miller. If not, Dominic Drakes might move in because if we need someone to bowl as well, Dominic Drakes can do that.
Yeah, so that's it. I guess we can go to the next part.
11. Do you
Very
want to
difficult
start?
one. I will open with Shubman Gill and Ruddhiman Saha.
Okay,
Shubman
that's
Gill and
nice.
Ruddhiman Saha I can open because Saha lower down the order he doesn't give you anything.
Hmm.
So if you are playing Saha, you have to open with him, and he is your wicket keeper also there. One down. Who will you send? Very difficult to see one down. Who will you send? I think they will go with maybe Abhinav Manohar. Maybe he is a guy who is considered a good batsman. So one down, maybe he can come in.
Mm-hmm.
Then my middle order, I will strengthen it with Matthew Wade and David Miller
Oh,
because
like
I swept. Yeah, that's why I did not open with Gurbaz.
Gurbaz.
I kept two players who can give you solidity in the middle order. So David
Mm-hmm.
Miller comes in at four, and Matthew Wade comes in at five for
Mm-hmm.
me. Then number six is Hardik Pandya. Number six is Hardik Pandya. Number seven, Rahul Tewatia. He
Mm-hmm.
comes in at number seven, or you can
Okay.
swap him and Panda whenever you uh, want to. My
Hmm.
number 8 will be Rashid Khan, no brainer. Uh, Number 9 will be Mohammad Shami. Number 10 will be, I will go in with Alzari Joseph for now. I will go in with Alzari
Hmm.
Joseph. And my number 11. Who, let's see, who do we have for number? I think I have one overseas player left, right?
No,
I,
you took two batsmen. You took Rashid Khan and then you took
yeah,
Alzari
yeah,
Joseph.
yeah,
So
no.
you got
So then we have to go in with R. Sai Kishore.
with R. Sai Kishore.
R. Sai Kishore as a bowler.
Hmm. Interesting.
Because I don't see. No, actually, we have got Vijay Shankar in there between, right?
Exactly.
Yes, Vijay Shankar is there. So what I would do is I will do the Indian World Cup thing. Okay,
Hmm.
I will
Where is
bring in
Dinesh Karthik? Where is Dinesh Karthik in this team, bro? You need both of them, right? Dinesh Karthik and Vijay Shankar.
oh, the Nidash references that just don't stop. But yeah, I think I will take a bit of a risk here, and I will do what India did in the World Cup.
Hmm.
What they did with Raidu. I will bring in him at in the in the top order at number
Right,
3. Let's see.
right.
Let's take the
I,
risk. Let's take this risk and how it pays off because they actually don't have a number 3. To be very honest, they don't have a number
even
3. They don't.
that's why we need
Oh,
to make one.
exactly. They don't because Shubman Gill coming in at number 3. I don't think he gives you anything.
No way.
He is best in the power play.
Hmm.
So they don't have a established number 3. So you have to create a number 3 out of somewhere. So qualified person is one of the uncapped Indian, as I told, and second one is Vijay Shankar. So better go with Vijay Shankar. Let's see how who the team holds on.
Hmm.
But then again, my bowler will be last bowler will be R. Sai Kishore only, the number 11. He will be my bowler.
Agreed.
Very as I told you, very difficult to pick this team because the players just don't fit in any of the positions.
Exactly the point. Like you
Yes,
cannot
yes.
make a dream team out of this squad
No, no.
because first things first, you are not assured of the performance, and secondly, to maintain a proper balance in your side, you need to have equal weightage for bowling, batting, all rounders, and wicket
Exactly.
keeper. So which doesn't look balanced with the right mix of the players that we can assume. So that's why they'll have to experiment initially. Uh, but hopefully they get their best 11 soon. Okay, my
Yeah.
turn.
Yes.
Uh, I'll still stick with my opening pair, Shubman Gill and Matthew Wade. I
Okay.
open with them. I bring in Vridhiman Saha one down, number three. He can be good at
Yeah,
top
yeah,
four positions. So I think Vridhiman Saha at number three should be fine. Number four, Vijay Shankar. Okay. So four players and only one overseas used yet. That is Matthew Wade. All right. Then my
I
number five.
think just sorry to interrupt you, but
Yes.
this has to be one of the even mine and even yours. Even combining those, this has to be the worst top four that we have reviewed.
Well, not to
Yes,
say anything
yes,
about
yes.
the. You never
No,
know if Shubman Gill
just
comes up
no. I
with four
mean,
centuries in four matches.
nothing. Not taking anything away from Shubman Gill and the other batters also, but just
Right.
looking at the competition,
Hmm.
this just doesn't hold up. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. You can continue, but
No,
just
no, absolutely. No, no, that's
yeah,
fair actually. Fair point.
yeah,
Because if you see on paper, this is not the best top four for
yes,
any
yes,
particular team or any
exactly,
good day or bad day. So not the best for. But whatever you have got, you need to play with that, right?
exactly, yes,
You were stupid enough to spend 38 crores on three players. So no one can save you later on.
yes. So yeah, number 5.
Yeah. Okay, I'll start again.
Yeah, again,
Shubman
yeah,
Gill, Matthew Wade, Vridhiman Saha, Vijay Shankar.
Vijay
That's
Shankar,
my top four. I bring in uh, 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 Hardik
you have.
Pandya at five. I bring in
Oh,
Hardik Pandya at five. Okay,
oh,
promotions.
okay, oh, okay.
My number six will be Rahul Tewatia because he can bat as well. Number six, Rahul Tewatia. Number seven, I still have used only one overseas player,
One
right?
over 6, yes.
Okay. Number seven, Rashid Khan. Number seven, Rashid Khan. Number eight, Mohammad Shami.
Okay.
Number 8, Mohammad Shami. I can bring in Jayant Yadav at number
Oh
9.
yes, post spinner. Yeah.
Spin and all rounder, so he can give you some runs with the bat
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
That strengthens my batting. And then the two more players would be Loki Ferguson for sure. And I still have an overseas players spot
Yes.
open.
Yes.
So if I need more strength in the batting side, I can bring in Rahmanullah Gurbaz.
Okay.
I don't think David Miller will make into the 11 initially, but if he does, okay, well and good. That's our silly point, so we can make any point we want. Uh, it's a difficult decision between Dominic Drakes and Alzari Joseph for me, the last guy.
Yeah. Right.
So I'll go in with Alzari Joseph. Alzari
For
Joseph.
the pace, for the raw
That will
pace
be,
that he has.
no, but that will be like too many fast bowlers. I have Mohammad Shami, I have Loki Ferguson, I have Alzari Joseph. All three of them.
But yeah, they can give
Okay.
you 12
Yes,
overs, and
yes. We
Anjali
need
Joseph
him.
can
We need him
open
anyway.
the bowling.
Right. So if I go in with these 11, so I have two pace bowlers from outside, Loki Ferguson, Alzari Joseph. I have Mohammad Shami. Three bowlers sorted.
Top
Looks a
class.
good bowling attack. Okay, for now. Then you have two
And
spinners,
Rashid Khan
Rashid Khan and Rahul Tewatia, and
and Jayant
additional
Yadav.
spinner in Jayant Yadav. Additional spinner in Jayant Yadav. So six bowling options. And if Hardik Pandya can bowl, lovely. So that will be your seven bowling options. If Hardik
Yes.
Pandya bowls,
So
seven. If he doesn't, you still have six. And then you need batsmen as well. So giving some credits, Shubman Gill, Matthew Wade opening. You have Vijay Shankar also bowls. Man, eight bowling options. So Vridhiman Saha, Vijay Shankar, and then those seven guys who can bowl and bat and do everything they want. In a situation when all of these guys perform, I think they can win a few games. A few games, but still not a qualifying team in for me. Not a
yeah,
qualifying squad for me.
same here, same here. I see very difficult for them to make the top four.
Hmm.
Very difficult. And they can cause few upsets. They can cause few upsets. They
Yeah, on a good
can
day.
on a good day, like if Hardik Pandya finds his MI 2018
That's
2019 forms, he if he transforms into that, yes, he can win you matches on his own.
hmm.
Yeah, so not making top four for me, and good contenders for the wooden spoon.
Hmm. Definitely. So definitely very competitive team in the bottom half of the table. So let's see which
Let's see.
spot they can make in the bottom half.
Just to conclude with, what I have one question for you. Like, what do you
Hmm.
think of Hardik Pandya as a captain?
Ah, it feels like he would be that guy who goes in for the Viva for the first time. He doesn't know anything. He goes in, he gets asked the simplest of questions, and he's out like a boss. That thing could happen if everything goes well, and because he can, if he can use his players well. He has got resources for sure. It's not like he has got one of the worst teams ever. But if he uses them wisely, he can emerge out as a good captain. Because playing with such resources and coming out well will give you a better hand over someone who is having better resources than
Exactly,
him
exactly.
and still
True.
performing. Okay,
Yes.
so that's my only point. Hopefully હાર્દિક પંડ્યા આપણો ગુજરાતી ભાઈ કંઈક સારું કરી આવે હે કઈ સારું કરે તો જલેબી ફાફડા ખાવાના મજા આવે.
Hopefully he does
જેઠાલાલ
well,
તો
man. Hopefully.
જેઠાલાલ तो भाई फुल सपोर्ट में गुजरात लायंस के.
भाई सब लोग ही सपोर्ट में गुजरात का टीम है तो भाई मतलब
स्वीट पीपल.
exactly.
थैंक यू
गुजरात
थैंक
वही
यू.
इन्होंने जरा ज्यादा ही स्वीट टीम बना लिया दूसरे लोगों के लिए.
हाँ, बट ठीक है, अभी प्यार प्यार से रहेंगे, कर लेंगे कुछ ना कुछ.
Yeah, like just to conclude on the Hardik Pandya topic, I would say like if he does well, really good for him and for India also. I think we have covered all the things, and the final thing just that subscribe, like, comment, and share all the videos coming to you by SillyPointt. Yeah,
More videos coming in for you and IPL season coming in for you.
exactly. Yes, lots of action.